Hey, old man, give me everything.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. If you enjoyed seeing flaming hammers dunk on freezy boys in the intro clip, then you'll enjoy the rest of the video too. But first, here's a quick word from a sponsor of mine, Raid Shadow Legends. Now, I want to start this off with a 12-second clip from the first sponsored raid plug I ever did, which was like well over a year ago. Raid Shadow Legends is one of the most ambitious RPG projects of 2019, and despite only recently being released, it's already accumulated over 10 million downloads from players all across the globe. Oh man, listen to that mic quality. I remember that season because I was too lazy to go out and get a replacement cable for my good mic, so I just used that blue snowball for it. I have to say, it's been a blessing to have Raid as a consistent sponsor to this channel, especially during this last year when there's been so much uncertainty for everyone. They love our channel, they keep coming back and offering to partner, and while my channel keeps growing and improving, so is their game. Since I started working with them, they've added tons of new champions to the roster, they've tuned their sandbox multiple times, and added new events and activities. I'm still enjoying the game, and just like Destiny, I enjoy leveling up underdog characters, finding new ways and creative ways to use them in dungeons, and make interesting builds with them. And that's really the charm of the game for me. And Raid just dropped their biggest update yet, which includes an incredible new activity called the Doom Tower. It's pretty legit. It's a giant tower with 120 floors, a bunch of secret challenge rooms, and 12 absolutely sick bosses to take on. They've been teasing this activity for a while now, so it's cool to see it finally go live. It really is as good a time as any to start playing Raid, with more content than ever to jump into. On top of that, they're giving away a bunch of stuff to new players, including a champion named Bulwark, which is honestly surprising to me because he's actually S tier for clan bosses, and I grinded my butt off to get him. He'll definitely be nice for taking on those tower bosses too. So to get started, just hit the link in the description to get a huge boost to your new account, including Bulwark, an XP booster, 50 gems, some energy refills, and even a friggin' ancient shard. That's kinda nuts. You'll find those rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days, and I hope to run into you sometime in the arena. Alright, back to Destiny. Alrighty, so all the gameplay in this video was taken from a single gaming session I had last week on stream, and I just didn't get around to editing it until now. It was one of those days where I was just like, you know, I really just can't afford to care today about the state of Destiny. I'm gonna pick a couple of guns in a subclass and just try to have fun making it work. And we definitely did make it work. I had multiple WE-rans and even a 55 kill game. So I landed on the No Time to Explain pulse rifle, which I haven't really used, honestly, since the season first dropped, and I pumped out my review on it. And honestly, it's a shame that I got so caught up in other weapons for so long, because I forgot how nasty this thing is. Getting that turret damage, and to have it shooting more regularly with the catalyst applied, it really is something else. Just two bursting people left and right when you get that thing up and running. It was especially fun to couple it with sunspots and the Sun Warrior perk. It basically it makes it so you're going to two burst just about everything that moves. Since you're getting, you know, the buff damage that forgives body shot burst from Sun Warrior, also getting the extra turret damage right on top of the Sun Warrior damage. There's a heck of a lot of synergy going on there. And then I would often swap to the sidearm after killing a couple of guys with the pulse. That way I could run up into my sunspot, grab the orb of power from the no time kills, and get surprise attack to proc on the sidearm on top of Sun Warrior. And when I got kill clip, Sun Warrior, and surprise attack to stack, I was able to 3-tap people with a sidearm, and it's friggin' hilarious. And I gotta say, if you haven't tried sunspots and surprise attack yet in PvP, give it a shot. Surprise attack is dope. You know, all the Felwinter mains are always moaning about sidearms to me in my comment section, and they'll get no sympathy from me. I play games for fun, and to me, running and gunning like a maniac with sidearms is just stupid amounts of fun for me. I smile ear to ear when I'm fragging out like that. And I think a lot of people, they confuse my distaste for certain things as judgment towards players who do like using certain things. So I really don't like Felwinter's Lie. You know, I don't like the quick draw opening shot, the crazy range, the lightning speed draw times. I don't like that. But that doesn't mean that I hate on it. I don't really hate players who love using those things. If you love using those things, use them. You know, play whatever way is going to help you enjoy the game. Just because I hate a certain thing or play style doesn't mean that I actually hate those players. I just want to make sure that that's clear. I'm not like talking down on those players. But the sidearm in the gameplay, by the way, is one that you'll recognize from a video that I just recently posted showcasing it. It's the 18 Kelvins. And it's not available anymore. It probably won't be for a long time, if ever again, honestly. Which is a shame. It's nice. It's got kill clip, accurized rounds. It was a favorite of mine back in the day. And like I mentioned, I'm running Code of the Siegebreaker with sunspots. And the exotic I'm using is the Phoenix Cradles, the boots that extend the duration of Sun Warrior. This is legitimately one of my favorite aggressive combos in Destiny 2. I say aggressive because sunspots do not last long at all. If you get a kill at range to create a sunspot, you are almost never going to get to that sunspot in time to get the Sun Warrior buff. That's why I think it's silly to run scouts or really sniper rifles, pulse rifles generally, other than I really did find some success with No Time to Explain, but you have to be really intentional about it. It's just so hard when you create a sunspot to get all the way up to it before it disappears without dying, you know, as you're just like running to it. So if you're going to leverage sunspots, you need to have an aggressive weapon equipped like a shotgun or a sidearm, preferably something with kill clip if it's going to be a sidearm or an SMG. It's all about getting fired up and getting the ball rolling. It's like you're a bowling ball at the top of a hill. It's kind of slow to get over that hump, but once you get it rolling, get over that hump, baby, it's all good from there. The sunspots aren't just good for getting your buff either. They're seriously, they'll genuinely mess people up if they step into them. I get lots of multi-kills just from sunspot damage and controlling a choke point. You know, get that first kill with a grenade or melee, whatever it may be, and they leave that sunspot right in the doorway, right in the choke point. And people tend to really dramatically underestimate sunspots and how much damage they can do because, well, frankly, they're really not too used to encountering them. So it can really mess some people up. Seriously, if you've never used Phoenix Cradles on Bottom Tree Sunbreaker, you're doing yourself a genuine disservice. Take the time one day to take that combo into PvP and see if you can get the hang of the rhythm. It really is just stupid amounts of fun. It's especially fun shutting down stasis crutching players with this build. That's not me judging those players, it's just a reality. I really hate stasis, and when people don't have to use their guns in order to get lots and lots of kills, it's aggravating. So I find it really rewarding personally to shut those types of players down. I'm not gonna lie to you, this build was way better before stasis came around. It's going to be more of a challenge now to get it up and running. Unfortunately, builds like this that require, you know, 1 or 2 steps of prep in order to set it up in combat, these builds were nearly killed to extinction with stasis. Stasis is a 1 ability charge to shut down your momentum class, right? While you're trying to complete steps 1 and 2 to get your build synergy up and running, stasis can, you know, hit you with 1 melee, 1 grenade, 1 class ability, 1 neutral ability with no cooldown, whatever, and instantly shut you down. So until stasis gets some attention from the sandbox team, it's going to be solidified up top, alone as God, if you will, in the Crucible. But I still play builds like this because I'm a masochist and Pain is a close friend of mine, and we go way back. Well, I'll let the gameplay finish. You can sit back and enjoy the plays. I do want to mention we got news about reissuing weapons this past week, and I think there's pros and cons to that news. I know some people have already posted full videos breaking down their thoughts. I'll make this one comment about it. I like that we're getting some of those weapons back into the loot pool. I wish it was more of them, and I like that we're getting new, you know, some of the newer perks available on them that we couldn't get before. That's cool. The cons, I'm bummed that it's just limited parts of those loot pools. It's not all the moon weapons, it's just some of them, and it's the Loud Lullaby isn't in there, which I think is a real bummer because, you know, we finally have a season where 120s are meta, and one of the coolest 120s, like visually speaking, is not available. You know, it's Sunset, and so that's unfortunate. And same thing applies to the Dreaming City. You know, the Twilight Oath. If you're gonna bring those things back, just bring back the full pool. And then on top of that, it really is a darn shame for the players that have put in the effort, the time, and the energy to get their God Roll Retold tale that they loved, that they had, you know, maybe 3,000 or more kills on it in PvP. And now Bungie's like, hey, by the way, we're unsunsetting that, but you got to go get that same role all over again. And that's a real bummer for players who already put in the time and the energy and the grind to get the gun with the role they wanted, and then they took it into whatever environment they prefer and racked up kill with it, and they have this kill counter on it that they're really proud of, and they can't continue it. So if you're gonna bring back those weapons, I think you as a staple, you absolutely have to bring all the existing roles that people have gotten in those loot pools up. Otherwise, man, it just really does suck for the player that really grinded their butt off for them. So that's what I'll say about that. It's got pros. It's cool that they brought them back. It's cool that they're relevant again, and it's cool that you can grind for new roles and new perks on them. But it's a real bummer that it's a limited loot pool. It's not all of them, and our roles we already grinded for are still irrelevant. That kind of sucks. But anyways, just that's what I wanted to say about that. If you ever want to come and hang out and chat with me, I stream at truevanguard.com 5 days a week. It'd be awesome to see you there. We have a fun, laid-back community. If you found the video entertaining, please feel free to drop a like on the video. I'm not asking you to smash the like button, though. I want you to be gentle with it so that it works next time you enjoy some content. All right, I'd love to see you around. Be warm and well-fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.